Okay, I'm inside a cave. I don't remember the name of this cave. Nobody cares anyway. Anyway, I'm in the main level. I'm almost done with the main level. About to climb down to the lower level. It's a neat little cave. A little bit of work to explore. But anyway, especially if you want to be thorough. Look at that. There's a cool hole to the left. It's not a dead end, but super tight. I don't even think I could crawl there if I tried. So I'm not going to try. Be a dumb place to get myself stuck. Notice the red rock on the ground. There we go. There's that same tube. Told you it wasn't a dead end. Nice and smooth floor though. Bet some people enjoyed trying to crawl through there. All right. Huh. Anyway, so I'm up here, top of a rock pile. Now I got a dilemma. I can walk along this left ledge, risk falling to my death. So I guess I'll get over here on the left ledge for a second, just to show you this one formation. Ooh, ah. But look at that. If I go along that ledge, I could fall down 15 feet. So plan B is to go down there on purpose. Notice there's a ledge on the other side, but it's a dead end for real. So, given choice of certain doom or probable doom, I guess I will go with bachelor number 3. Bachelor number 3. Well, the good news is, it looks like an avalanche waiting to happen, but it's not really. It's a little bit sketchy, but it's actually pretty stable. It's not really that far down this way either, because when I get down on this little red pile here of rock, still not at the bottom. So there's that ledge I could have been on. That's where I just was. This is where I'm going next. This lower level is a dead end. Well, this whole cave's a dead end. There's only one exit. Anyway, long story short, let's go down here. Okay. My light's down to 1 bar of battery life, so I have to be a little bit careful. But you want to see something really, really, really cool? That would explain why you're watching my awesome video. Now look at this. Small formation on the floor. Notice how it's flat on top. It got broken. I didn't do it. But look at this one here. That one's almost a foot tall. Ooh, ah. There's one hanging from the ceiling. Ooh, ah. It's like, I Love Lucy. They got the laugh track added. In case you can't figure out how to laugh on your own, the laugh track will tell you, ooh, now's your chance to laugh. Laugh at the joke. Do it now. All right, there we go. Smaller ones. Notice these are both flat on top, like they got broken. I don't know what that white stuff is. A lot of small formations over here. Looks like a lot of them have been moved here, like they were in the somewhere else, and they got broken off. So we put them over here on the wall to keep them safe-ish. Because look at this, the floor still has some. A lot of people might not think to watch where they're going, or they might not have enough light to watch where they're going. Officially I want to stay to the left, but for some reason most of the formations are on the right side here. No, I can't explain why. Top secret. No, I seriously don't know. Nice, interesting pair. I like the skinny one there. This is kind of cool how it's skinny on top and then wider at the bottom. But look at that one, it's all deformed. We have a defective formation, do we? Somebody call a formation repair shop. All right, here we go. But even so, there's some on the floor here. These are nice. They're not even broken on top. Oh, the one on the right is, but the one on the left is still smooth on top. So let's see if I can focus better. I'm shooting f over 6.3, so I do have some depth of focus. Balance it with low light performance. But yeah, even though most of them are on the left, here's a good one on the left. I mean, sorry, the right. Here's one on the left. Notice this is flat on top, so this one probably got damaged. It's weird, the one on the right in the background, see, it's just gray. The one on the left has brown, like rust on it too. So even though they're only like 4 inches from each other, it's quite a variety. Nice little collection here. This will be kind of cool. See if I can show all of them, but get just one in focus. Of course, if I really want to do that, I could shoot at f over 1.8. Nobody seriously cares. All right, there we go. But there's actually bigger ones on the right side. Look at this one, how it's a little bit curvy. Boy, but that one's fragile. I'm glad nobody's befouled it yet. I mean, seriously, you want a selfie with it, just, I don't know, fake it with a CGI. I mean, it's a rock. You don't need a stupid selfie with it. Notice I'm keeping like a foot away. I'm not like, as long as I don't like trip forward somehow, but I'm on my knees right now. I'm not really gonna trip very well. But then there's a little one here, a huge one in the background. That is so nice. And then there's a one above us, like tight above it to match. And, whoops, darn it. Almost tripped. Wouldn't that be perfect timing? Trip on this rock. Yeah, because now I'm pretty much standing on top of this one. Didn't mean to be getting too close to it. I like this one because how wide it is. It's like a collection of 6 of them side by side. You can see it's only like side by side one way. Here they line up behind each other pretty well. Oops. I gotta be careful because there's another one down here. It's not quite as big, but you know what they say. Location, location, location. I'm trying to get each one from 2 different angles. I used to make 3D models of caves. You know, if I go back to it again, what I should do is come back here and make a 3D model of this room. But this cave is a real pain. The entrance is tight. Gotta like almost get stuck trying to get in and out of this cave. That's why hardly anybody comes here, because it's too hard. Well, that and you need a 4-wheel drive to get up here. Unless you want to walk. Here's another one on the ceiling I didn't notice before. All right, and that was cool. Let's keep going downhill. I said this cave for an experienced caver is easy to navigate because the entrance is at the upper end. So if you get lost, just go uphill. Seriously, not hard to figure out. So you see I'm at the end of the cave here, but there's also formations here. So there's on the ceiling here, and then a couple on the floor. That's weird. The one on the top there, the one on the right, the top is all messed up. Like it got broken off. I couldn't say for sure if somebody did that or not. This far back in the cave, I doubt anybody bumped it on accident. Highly doubt anybody did it on accident or on purpose. If they're gonna do it on purpose, they would have done the bigger one. It's like trophy hunting. Everybody wants the biggest. Alright, I was just through here, but I just want to show it again so you know where I am. Heaven forbid you lose track of where I am. Wow, this is so impressive that nobody's broken this one off. How thin it is, I bet you could easily just grab it with one hand, yank it off. So, luckily that hasn't happened yet. Because I think a lot of these are hollow too. Alright. I think that's pretty much all the big formations in this cave. I got like 2 more side passages to do though. It's funny, I gotta go back up to the upper level and circle around and come back down to another lower level. It's a little bit of work exploring this cave, but it's fun. As long as you got plenty of supplies. Suppose if you thought you were gonna run out of battery life for your light, wouldn't be so fun. It'd be really hard to get out of this cave without a light. All right, let's head on up the hill now. I get to go back up to the main level, head back towards the entrance, see if I find my next turnoff. This part's tricky. So look, I get to climb up there. I get to climb over these boulders. But they're big boulders, hence the term boulder. But anyway, long story short, it's a bit of work. Because look at this. Look how smooth this one is. That's exactly where I want to go, but it's really slippery. The other one is also like that too. So I have to be careful. See, I could climb back under there, but I have to take off my backpack. I'd rather climb over the top, but I just gotta be a little bit careful that I don't slip. See, I still get to climb up that cliff right there. Let me show you where I am though. See, climbing up onto this rock? Yeah, if I fall off this rock, it's gonna hurt. There's that cool little ledge. Feeling brave, you can walk along this ledge. Here it's nice and wide, it's 20 feet wide. I went up there. But to go all the way from end to end, it gets a lot narrower. But like I said, if you don't want to climb over that boulder, I think it'd be pretty easy to go around behind there, next to it. Theoretically, you could go through there, but that's too tight. You'd have to climb over it anyway. All right, let's make like the Air Force. Up we go into the wild blue yonder. Wait, what if it's cloudy? Can this still fly? Up we go into the wild gray yonder. But what if it's night? Then they still fly? Up we go into the wild black yonder. Just doesn't sound as catchy, does it? There. Turn up my light. Okay, my light's blinking, so I need to sit down and switch lights. So I'm gonna pause the video.